All right, listen to this. Turning to Cuba on this day after the dramatic announcement of an improvement in U.S.-Cuban relations, an effort by the President of the United States and the President of Cuba to try to normalize that relationship. Only months ago, this came in to CNN. The Republican senator, potential Republican presidential candidate, Rand Paul, said he supports President Obama's decision to move toward normalization of relations. Listen to what Rand Paul said. Unfortunately, we don't have that soundbite yet, but we're going to get that soundbite. But the White House press secretary, Josh Earnest, also went one step forward just moments ago in suggesting the U.S. may actually welcome the Cuban leader to Washington. Listen to this.
I guess the point is that the president has had the leaders of both Burma and China to the United States. And for that reason, I wouldn't rule out a visit from President Castro.
Last question, if I can sneak it in. Is the president feeling more liberated after these midterm elections? There's been some discussion about that, Cuba, immigration, climate. What's next?
Well, I noticed that there was a clever headline in a local media outlet describing the president in that fashion, but using the Spanish version of that word. What I'll say is, as a general matter, here we are in what is likely to be my last press briefing of the year, that there has been a tremendous amount that the president has accomplished.
All right, a little laughter at the end of there, but you heard the news, not ruling out the possibility that the Cuban president, Raul Castro, could be invited to come to Washington, to come to the White House. And yesterday we heard from President Obama. He's not ruling out the possibility of a visit by President Obama, to Havana during the next 2 years, the final 2 years of his administration. And once again, the other headline we're getting, Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky saying he supports the president's decision to move towards normalization of relations with Cuba, calling it a good idea and pointing out, he says, that embargo for the past 50 years clearly hasn't worked. Let's go to Havana.